Hey guys, welcome back to Walker Reviews. In this video I'm going to review Death Stranding for PS4, only on PlayStation at the moment. Timed exclusive, will be coming to PC earlier next year. Um, so Death Stranding, man, I this is probably the most excited I've been for a game since, if ever, I can't remember the last game I was very excited for and just played the hell out of. I think it might have been probably GTA 5. Hard to say, really. I mean, when you think this game has really just captured something in my heart, and it's more. I believe this is more than just a video game. It's an experience. So in this review, I'm going to give a non-spoiler review. I'm not going to talk about spoilers because there are some important plot points, and I don't really want to delve too deep into it because I don't want to spoil it for other players who are playing it right now. Yeah, so Death Stranding is an open world game. You play as Sam Porter Bridges, played by Noel Reedus. He's a delivery man, and he's tasked with delivering packages to and from these terminals in the open world. And he's been ordered to reconnect the chiral network, which is the kind of social strand system, social element of the game, uh, which has been played in the multiplayer, which I'll go into in just a second. But he's got to reconnect the chiral network, which is going to unite the the United Cities of America, so the UCA. He's working for the company Bridges, which is trying to bridge people together to rebuild America again, because America is just an apocalypse because of what's happened with the Death Stranding, which is this event that's taken place the next Big Bang, and it's caused the world of the living, as we live in right now, and the world of the dead to collide together, causing the BTs to come in. Those invisible creatures, they exist. They exist in the world of the dead, but they kind of come over to our world and just sort of come stranded there. Yeah. Your main objective is to deliver. That's pretty much what the game is. You have to deliver packages to and from the world. It may sound boring to some, but that's how it is. And I assure you, it's not boring. My opinion, it's just something we've never seen before in a game. I know you may think it's a delivering simulator, yes, and a walking sim, yes. There is lots of walking. That's the whole point of the game, exploring, and basically that. The online is very unique. It's something I think we've seen something similar to this in the Bloodborne and the Dark Souls games. You can't see the players in the world, but you can see their footprints, and you can, when you press the communication button, which is the touchpad, it will send out a ping, and you may get a reply from another player with something that they have placed in the world, and you can use that to your advantage, being a ladder, a generator to recharge your batteries. So if you're wearing an exoskeleton or your bike, you can do that. You can also build things in the world, safe houses, bridges, generators, post boxes, so you can send things to other players if they need help, or if you need help from other players, then you can try and send them a notification, or something to say, oh, I need this built, and then somebody might just build something for you and leave it for you, or maybe deliver it to you, which is quite cool. But you'll never actually meet anybody. As for the story, I've just talked about that. Sam is working for the company Bridges, and he's been ordered by Amelie, who is the president's daughter, because the president, I'm not going to talk about that, but the president's daughter she's taking over as the current president of the United States, and she tells Sam he has to go on this mission to connect from east to west, no, west to east to Edgenot City. He's got to go rescue Amelie from the Homo Demons, which are these terrorist group that are corrupted by the Death Stranding and the BTs. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. You have the BB, which is attached to you, which is the baby in the pod. That acts as your kind of companion guide, and it powers the Odendrek scanner, which is the kind of flappy thing. I think that's so cool. You can use that to map the area, scan the environment to check for dangers and maybe other people's things they've left in the world. Yeah, I have to say I do use the Odendrek quite a lot when playing. It's a useful tool to have as well, because you can sense where, you know, to step certain ways. Okay, you can see that it was scanned. You can scan a river and it'll be like, oh, the blue dots mean that it's shallow, yellow is deep, and obviously red very deep. So it's quite a hazard to try and cross a river. So you have to try and be careful. It's okay if you've got a bike, but you can also drive motorcycles, trucks, and you can always use a floating carrot where you can ride it like a skateboard or like a surfboard. But I wouldn't recommend it. You can give it a try, but it's quite difficult because you'll fall off, and then your packages might come off your back. And that's another thing. If you slip or fall, your packages, if you've got too much stuff on your back, stuff might fall off, and you have to pick it up again. Or you don't want to have to keep falling over all the time or falling off a cliff, otherwise your equipment will get damaged, and it may impact your score when you go to deliver those items. You do kind of have to plan your inventory as well, because it's important. You need to know what sort of things you need to take on your journey. So useful items, weapons, they come later. To when you fight BTs, you at the beginning you really don't know how to handle or to fight BTs, so you just have to sneak past them. But later on in the game, you'll learn how you can take them down. And yeah, those are some of the freakiest enemies in the game, BTs. I've come across many. As I said in my first impressions video, I'll mention it again. When you die in the game, if you get caught by a BT, they'll drag you to this flooded area in the map, and then you'll be tasked to fight this much bigger BT, which is much bigger, and you'll be in a slight mini boss fight. If that grabs hold of you, you'll be in a void out, and you'll void out, and you'll be sent to the steam, the Seam, which is like purgatory, and you can kind of move around in first person and collect things you've lost, and then you can find Sam's body and return back to the world. And when you get back there, you'll see a massive crater from where you died, and that will stay there for the rest of the game. I found a couple of them, and I was like, man, that's stayed there the whole time. Wow, throughout my whole playthrough. Yeah, there are weapons, obviously, it's an option, but lethal weapons probably not recommended at first, because I won't say, but that's important to this plot later on, why you shouldn't kill people. There's also non-lethal as well, and weapons to take down BTs, which you'll unlock. So yeah, Death Stranding, I'm going to give this a rating now. This game, it's a masterpiece. I knew it was going to be great. It's definitely lived up to my hype. When I got to the very end, I was kind of like a little lost. I think some players will be like that too. You may have. I think this does deserve a second playthrough. And once you beat the game, yes, you'll still be free to do things you've missed. So there'll be other kind of side missions or places to explore. Yeah, definitely play Death Stranding. I believe that this is going to win Game of the Year, and I bet you're thinking, really? I'm like, yeah. Well, if you think about it, there really hasn't been much a big sort of game that's come out this year that's wowed us. I mean, yeah, Call of Duty, but Call of Duty sucks. Not my personal opinion. Um, yeah, I believe this is going to win a few awards just because it's Kojima and he's just a mastermind and a creative genius. If you haven't played Death Stranding, definitely pick it up. It's one of the best games to come out this year. Definitely check it out. So that's my review of Death Stranding. I'll have to give this game a 10 out of 10 rating, or an awesome-tacular. And yeah, Death Stranding shirt available at the game shop, Game UK. And yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.